Play Games, and today we are going to do part 2 of the games pickup for the month of June 2020. Now for you guys who have missed my first video of this video, there will be a link on my left or my right side which will take you to that video if you want to watch that first. But for those guys who've seen that video already, you already know why there's a second video. It's because there's way too many stuff, way too many items, and way too much games that I picked up for the month of June 2020. So I didn't want to make a 2-hour worth video, which will be too long. Anyway, before we get started with this video, please check these wonderful channels here on my left side. These guys are my friends, and that's why I'm promoting them here in my channel. So definitely check them out. They have a lot of wonderful content that you guys should definitely check out. So give them that big hug that you can give them by subscribing to their channel, and also subscribe to me. Anyway, let me take you to the tour of all of these items that I picked up, part 2 of the games pickup for the month of June 2020. So let's go. Alright guys, so let's get started with all the PS4 stuff first. Alright, stupid waiting. Alright, here we go. We've got Nio or whatever for the PlayStation 4. I've seen some gameplay footage on this thing on YouTube, and I know they already came out with part 2, but I wanted to try part 1 first because I'm just that kind of guy, you know. I want to start off with the very first game before I jump into the next installment of the game. But this is all, by the way, from GameStop, which is that wonderful flash sale that they always seems to have, which is 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So I just went over kind of everything else to get them half off on everything. So we've got Neo for the PlayStation 4, right? I'm gonna put this on the side here, just way too much crap over there. I'm trying to hide so don't look. Anyway, we've got Uncharted 4, the only Uncharted that I have not played yet, which is A Thief's End. So can't wait to try this out. Unfortunately, like most GameStop stuff store, they don't really GameStop stuff store. Anyway, this one and Neo did not have a manual on it, unfortunately, but you know, it came with a cover. Thank you so much, GameStop, and also it came with a CD in there. Okay? Big fan of Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 when that came out for the PlayStation 2, and this one is an HD remaster, so I just want to replay it again. Unfortunately, it also is missing a manual, but I can't, you know, get too mad about that because I paid half off for everything. So, you know, half off meaning no manual, but you'd still get the case. At least it's not like those yellow envelopes. Anyway, there we go. That's for the PlayStation 4. And this one right here, Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age. Now, I love the story of Vaughn. I finished the one for the PlayStation 2, and oh, sweet. Okay, so this one came with a manual. Nice. Wait, actually, that's not a manual. It says Stormblood. That doesn't even say Zodiac. Dang it, this is the online game, so okay, never mind. Anyway, games in there. I guess they're just trying to make you try out the Stormblood, but I am done with all the Final Fantasy 14 online games. They're just too much of a jumping around from system to system. Like, you know, obviously they stopped the online capabilities. Sure, PlayStation 3, you can still access games through the online library that they have. It's just that when Final Fantasy 14 was on the PlayStation 3, it was still playable, but when PlayStation 4 came out, you had to get a PlayStation 4, otherwise, you know, the whole Final Fantasy 14 account that you have will be unplayable on the PlayStation 3. So they canceled all that. Anything that is PlayStation 3 related that requires grinding, leveling up, and all that stuff has been stopped since PlayStation 4 came out, which is kind of sad because, you know, I was still enjoying the PlayStation 3 at that time. Anyway, a newer, more recent game, which I previewed over at E3 2019, Borderlands 3. I got this for half off. It was going for $17.99 on the website, and then I was getting 50% off anyway, so might as well pick it up. And thankfully it has its manual, somewhat, and it also has the CD in there, so definitely fun game to play. Mr. Handsome is there too, you know. Another one here, one of the games that I didn't really play on the PlayStation 3 when it came out, which is Just Cause 3. And this one did not come with its original casing, but you know what? Better than nothing, it still came with a case and not a yellow envelope. Now, this game right here definitely caught my attention because I really like those castle defense type of game. And I picked up Locke's Quest as well, which is pretty cool. It's a castle defense. Obviously, you're trying to defend an area. You strategically have to put like turrets, different kinds of defensive units that, you know, that will defend that whole area before the whole horde comes in and try to destroy that. So this one's pretty cool, and I've been playing it a lot lately. It reminds me of my time in Portia, but this one is more of strategy based, so I like it. It reminds me a lot of StarCraft when I used to play them on PC. I still do. StarCraft 2 is still awesome. So anyway, next here is Medieval. Now this one is a remake of the original game for the PlayStation 1. Now I love this game on the PlayStation 1. I have not played it yet. Unfortunately, no manual again. But thankfully it came with the game and its original case, so I'm pretty happy with that. Can't wait to load this up and play it. Another game that really got me really excited was this game right here, Moonlighter. Now I think this also came out for Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but this one you get to explore dungeons and you get to run a store and run sell things that you find in the dungeon, which is pretty cool. And you know, I've been playing it too a lot lately, so that's why, you know, it's kind of consuming a lot of my time. That's why there's so many games that I haven't played yet, even games that I picked up because I've been playing this one. I love the game aspect of this, and it's kind of like one of those games that you can play on mobile, like what's that game? It's like a restaurateur or something, where, you know, you make stuff and then you sell them. But with this one, it's dungeon stuff. You can sell swords, different kinds of farming equipment. You can sell it through your store, and then at night you go ahead and delve into the dungeon and kill monsters, even boss monsters. And this one came with its manual, so I was pretty lucky on this one. Been playing it anyway. I picked up Dark Souls 2 and also Dark Souls 3. You guys already know what Dark Souls is all about, and I'm not gonna explain. Unfortunately, Dark Souls 3 is the only one that came in with a manual, sort of. Oh no, it's not a manual. It's a Prima digital download of the strategy. Oh well, it is sort of like a manual, but you can download it's a free digital guide from Prima, and this one also came with its original soundtrack, so it's pretty cool. And I know one of my buddies here, Zach from Retro Gaming Dad, is not a big fan of Dark Souls. Sorry, Zach, I had to pick it up just because I'm still trying to pump up all of my PlayStation 4 collections as well. So, sorry, buddy. But I mean, you know, I just want to try it first. I've never played it. That's why, you know, I went to go ahead and picked it up because they were cheaper anyway. This one was like Dark Souls 2 was going for like $7.99. How could you not pick it up for 50% off? Next here we've got Days Gone. Now this is a little bit more newer. Obviously this is a zombie shooter type of game, and I really love the concept of this game. But to compare this with State of Decay 2, I still love State of Decay 2 a lot more than this. This one is more of a action-packed style. Everywhere you go, there's always action, and it's different, but at the same time, if you compared it to with State of Decay 2, it's still, I feel like State of Decay 2 has more going for it because it started early with State of Decay from Xbox 360. That's how it was able to build a fan base, and people already knew the game, and the mechanics was easier. And this one, it's still pretty cool. I would still play it and I would still recommend it. It's just that I prefer the State of Decay 2 a lot more than this one. There's just a lot more for me to do in State of Decay 2. Alright, next here is, I got a Game of the Year, Spider-Man, which is, I have not tried yet. I've heard good things about the Spider-Man games, the newer ones. The Spider-Man games that I have played throughout my life was probably the ones for the original Xbox and also PlayStation 1 Spider-Man. Those weird looking Spider-Man games, pixelated, and it looks like he's got a giant head for his tiny little body on the PlayStation 1. Ugh, that one was horrible and it was super hard. But anyway, I can't wait to try this out. Obviously it says Game of the Year, so can't wait to try it for myself. Alright, on to the Xbox stuff. Now, I didn't pick up a whole lot on my Xbox games because I feel like my library for the Xbox One games are already big, so I only picked up the ones that I didn't have yet. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. This one is I picked up a second copy of One Piece World Seeker. Now this game is wonderful. It really reminds, if you played those Naruto Shippuden games where you can actually go around different kind of towns, jump into different kinds of countries, where this is kind of like that, because obviously being Bandai, they tend to make the same RPG games with the rest of all of their RPG game lineup, especially if it's based on an anime. But this one is kind of different than that because this is not a fighting game, it's more of an exploration game, and you're using Luffy and you're making your own decisions based on your decisions. So basically it's not going with the whole anime story, you're going by your story, which is pretty cool. So picked another copy up. And if you guys saw my last pickup, I did pick up UFC 3 from the last time. I was able to get a UFC Part 2. So I've always loved all the UFC games ever since I played it on the original Xbox, and Tito Ortiz was the king of the ring back in the day, and I loved the whole game ever since I played that and been playing it ever since. Next we've got Valkyria Revolutionary Vanguard. It's a pretty cool RPG game. I've checked it out before. I've already played it in what system was that? I played it on the PlayStation 3, but they ported it to the Xbox One, and I picked it up. It was like $4.99 online, or half off. Come on, man, it's $2.50. You did not lose. All right, so these are some of the games that I've been waiting to get. NBA 2K19 with the Greek Freak right in front of the case there, and this one is complete with its manual and the game right there. The reason I didn't pick this up yet, it's because I was still playing 2K18 at that time, and I just didn't have time. There was just so many games to pick up, so many games that I wanted to play, so I kind of put this on hold until GameStop finally had a wonderful sale, so I went to go ahead and buy it. And finally I got this one right here, NBA 2K20. Now it features Anthony Davis right there. If you guys know Anthony Davis, he came from the Pelicans, now he plays with LeBron James in LA Lakers, and wonderful game. I thought this was used. They said it was pre-owned, but guess what, guys, it's one of those games that just did not have any wrappings in it and still sealed. So this isn't pre-owned, this is not even used. So I got a brand new game for $8. All right, so let's check out these older games that I have here in my bag. All right, guys, so next stuff here, I picked up Deathmark. Now this was also from that promo flash sale that GameStop is having, this is 50% off. This one was going for $14.99, and I only paid half of that because of that flash sale, so I took advantage of that. What's funny is this one did not come with its original cover. I don't know why, but most Nintendo Switches do come with its original original casings when you buy them online, but unfortunately this one probably missed the mark. Get it? The mark. Anyway, what's funny is it comes with this gigantic cover, right? But then the game is like this small. Look at that, it's so tiny. Anyway, that just always makes me laugh with the Nintendo Switch, but you know, their game library is just expansive. I like it. Next game here, I want to give credit to my friend Steve Craig from Steve Craig Retro Games. He did recommend this game and I love it so far. Owlboy is a wonderful game. You guys should definitely try it. It's a completely different RPG from all the RPGs you played before, and it's still enjoyable, and I've been playing it non-stop too as well. I mean, I don't know, sometimes I just can't even make up my mind which system I want to use to play first. But definitely a very memorable game, and I like it so far. So thank you, Steve. Definitely check him out. He does a game handheld of the week and also games pickup just like I do. So definitely check him out. It's Steve Craig Retro Games. And finally, I was able to pick this one up. Somehow this got mixed in with some other games that was piled up together at GameStop, and I asked how much this was. This was also $14.99. Now, this is a regular price game. It's not pre-owned, so therefore I had to pay $14.99. But where are you gonna find a Bomberman game for $14.99, really? So I went to go ahead and picked it up. No hesitation on that. All right, so some of the games here. Let's go ahead with some of these older stuff. Anyway, we've got a Spider-Man 3. Now, guys, compared to the Spider-Man that I showed you guys earlier, the newer Spider-Man, this one was excellent. I love the Spider-Man games for the Xbox original, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3, which they all came out to all of those systems, which is, you know, this is a game that I'm familiar with, and I haven't tried the PlayStation 4 one, but when I do, I'll let you guys know what I think of it. But this one, I highly recommend all of the Spider-Mans from Tobey Maguire's era. Alright, so next here we've got some PlayStation 2 games, and lately I've also been trying to collect all the Mega Man games for the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, this one came in, I think this Mega Man X7, finally it came, and it also came with the yellow envelope, which is very, very sad. But I've got Mega Man X8, which came in with its original case and no manual. But doesn't matter, I still have the case. So I'm gonna add that to the collection. And this one is Mega Man Collection X. So, you know, definitely has all of Mega Man's pals supporting him in his adventure in this game. Now, I really love all the Mega Man games, especially when they started coming out with the 2D games, just like these ones for the PlayStation 2, and they were definitely brand new and definitely piqued my interest in them when they started coming out back in the day, which is pretty cool. Alright, so next one here, since we are in the topic of Xenoblade, I know my friend Matt from Chillscissors has been asking which Xenoblade game he should start with, and I'd recommend to definitely go with Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one for the Nintendo Wii, but definitely he can pick up the one for the Switch because then it would have better graphics than the Wii. But this one, Xenoblade Chronicles X, is probably another game that should be checked out, and very interesting. And it, I think some of the character from Torna is actually here on Xenoblade Chronicles X. So, you know, if you guys like to follow the Xenoblade stories, definitely check this one out if you haven't yet. This one is for the Nintendo Wii U. Wii U, guys. Alright, so next up we've got picked up the Legend of Dragoon. Reason for that is my original Legend of Dragoon is missing its manual, but this one has its manual, so I'm very happy, and I actually only paid $7.99 for this greatest hits. Super happy about this one, and I didn't get this one from GameStop, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. This one is from a Facebook Market seller, and yeah, he was trying to get rid of it. I'm just like, I'll buy that for $7.99. Thank you, and then give him the money. Alright, so next up, these games that I have coming up are games that I picked up from the retro games that I frequent. So I actually found a box Game Boy Advance game for $7.99, and this is Battle B Damon. So guys, if you know anything about this game, I have not looked it up yet in YouTube, so I don't know how the gameplay goes, but from what it looks like a some kind of Guitar Hero style gameplay right here going on right there, and you get to use these different kinds of mechs, I guess. But why would a kid be the driver for a mech? I mean, he looks like he's really, I mean, look at these characters. They look like they're way too little to be driving a mech. Anyway, I can't wait to load this up on my Game Boy Advance and see what this is all about. But if you guys know anything about Battle B Damon, then let me know. Alright, next is Glory of Heracles. I got this one for $5.99 complete. There we go. It's got its manual and the game, and the other insert that comes with is all there. So I don't know anything about it, but from the looks of it, it's a type of game that I would actually sit down and play. Definitely my cup of tea when it comes to RPG games. So happy about that. It's $5.99. And I think the retro gaming store that I was visiting, I think this was my free one, because they were having a sale on $5.99 and below, and you get one free if you buy two. So this one was a free. Next here, we've got a couple of games that I've always wanted on to add in my original Xbox system, but I just never got to, which is Guilty Gear 2 for the original Xbox. It's a wonderful fighting game. Now, if you guys don't know anything about Guilty Gear X or Guilty Gear X2, definitely check that out. There's a lot of videos on YouTube which is oversaturated with fighting games. You will not miss looking for this. This is a wonderful game. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Pac-Man Case. Guys, he did a video on his Xbox original exclusive games only, and I was able to pick up a Zurich. I already played this before. It's just that I never got to finish, and then I resold it because I wanted to pick up a different game during that time. And you know, I was just happy to finally add it to. It's $5.99. Not too bad for a Xbox game. And also I was able to pick up a Oddworld's Munch's Odyssey for another $5.99 game. No, I don't think a Zurich has its... Oh, okay, a Zurich also had its manual. I wasn't sure if it didn't have its manual. And this one, Fight Club for the original Xbox as well. Wonderful, amazing movie. If you guys are a big fan of Edward Norton, just like me, then definitely watch that movie. And it was excellent. Now I'm gonna try the game and see how this game performs in real battle, real time. Fight Club. You guys want to join my Fight Club? Anyway, next game here is 50 Cent Bulletproof for the Xbox original, and no manual. Not mad about that. I like anything as long as it has its original casings. Not like that one where it had its little yellow envelope. Anyway, if you guys played some of the 50 Cent games, they were ported from the PlayStation 2 to the original Xbox, and pretty cool game. I think this game is rising up in price. I mean, it was $5.99. It's $5.99 now, but before the whole, you know, quarantine stuff started, it was going up to like $14. So anyway, up to the next games. I think I might have forgotten to mention, guys, that this whole June 2020 pickups is the most legendary pickups I've ever had in my entire life of trying to buy games and collecting games. And that is because I picked up these two games. This one is Zelda: A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo, which I've always wanted to add in my collection, but I just, you know, never get the chance to, and I finally was able to get one too, and I got this for $24. I mean, sure, it's not complete, it doesn't have its box, but the game is pristine. It's in a very, very good condition. So if you guys take a look at it, I'll take it out of this bag because I did buy it from GameStop. There you go, guys. Pristine condition. Stickers are intact. There's no scratches on the stickers. Right? Alright, and then this one is super, super legendary. It's like a epic character. Or I would say a legendary character, because I was able to get a Zelda Oracle of Ages brand new with a PSA 10 ranking for the Game Boy Color. Now guys, if you're thinking I paid $500 for this thing because that's how much it's going for, I think lately it's been going for like $399 to $500 or $499 or whatever. I was only able to get this for $150 at the retro store that I go to, and $150 versus $399. I am so happy not to pay that much for the legendary Zelda Oracle of Ages, and I'm working on trying to get a Oracle of Seasons brand new as well, so I never have to open it. It's got its covers and everything, and it was graded. I don't know where that little paper is, but they said this was a PSA 10, and yeah, pretty happy about this pickup. This is something that I definitely will cherish, and it's going into my Zelda collection. As some of you guys know, I have been on a Zelda tear lately, and here we go. We've got 2 new additions to the Zelda family. Alright, on to the other pickup. This next item that I have here, I'm very excited to share with you guys because I plan to do a separate unboxing with you guys for this item alone, and that is the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor, which is a part of the Dark Heart of Skyrim Long Year adventure, and this features a lot of good things for the Elder Scrolls Online game. Definitely the newest edition. I believe the Greymoor expansion came out in June 9th for Xbox One owners, and I think it came out around June 3 for PC owners, but I strictly play on my consoles because I love playing on the console a lot better. It makes me feel more homey. I can put my feet up versus being into the computer where it feels like everything is so pressured. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a separate unboxing of this with you guys, and I cannot wait to add this into my collection, which I already have, but there's some pretty cool things in there, which is this awesome looking statue of a vampire lord, and a couple of set 4 of the collector's coins. So we're gonna check this out together on a separate video. Alright, so next item here that I have is, now this game has been collecting dust in the retro store that I usually frequent, and I've seen it for about a year now, since last year, and that is the collector's edition for Tekken 7. Guys, I got it for $79.99 / $10 because if you spend more than $50 in this store, they'll give you the stamp that allows you to take $10 off on your next purchase. And I actually had mine not expire yet, so I used it, and instead of paying $79, I paid only $62 for this whole item. And this item features, it's brand new, technically brand new. I mean, I think the owner accidentally took this off, but I already kind of taken a look if everything else is in there, and the game is sealed. The steel case that comes with is there, and this statue I want to check out with you guys. So I'm also going to be doing a separate unboxing video of this Tekken 7, and we're gonna take a look at it together in another video. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the last pickups that I had picked up that I promised myself I would never get into. I am so upset at myself right now. Let's go check these out. Now guys, I know some of you are probably the type of collectors that collect a certain item. Like for me, I collect video games, you know, Dragon Ball Z statues, Assassin's Creed stuff, you know, anything Star Wars. And there's a certain particular niche that I didn't really want to get into, which is collecting for the Pops, bobblehead, or the amiibos. I promised myself I would never touch any of those because, you know, they're just bobbleheads. Well, I somehow broken my own rule and picked up this really cool looking Darth Vader in his meditation chamber for the Pop, and it just looks so cool looking in there. He's all nice and cozy and everything. Look at it, so cool, right? So I ended up picking this one up. Now I'm so mad at myself because instead of just picking up this one, I actually started picking up some more stuff, like this Kylo Ren, the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in the Whisper. He's got his little, you know, he's in his little ship looking thing. See that? It looks so cute. So I ended up picking this one up. And now to make matters worse, I've seen a couple of things too. But I think, you know, I am leaning towards the Star Wars stuff anyway, so you guys can't get mad at me, right? Some of you guys, a lot of you guys are Star Wars fans, so you can't get mad at me, right? I picked up a BB-8 Pop, which is collection number 314. BB-8 is BB-8. He's so cool. I've been trying to look for a R2-D2. No luck at all yet, but I plan to get one. And then I've seen this gold looking statue, and I had to get it. It was Yoda from the 2019 Galactic Convention, and you're only able to purchase him from that store, or right now you can actually purchase him from eBay or any other third-party stores. But if you went to that convention, you would have gotten one of these, and I had to get it, and it was a shiny Yoda. Shiny you are. I know I am. Alright, so next one here is Walmart exclusive. It's not a shiny Yoda, but it's kind of like a matte looking Yoda right there. And he is exclusive only at Walmart. He's got these really gold trimmings on his box, and this one I bought for, most of these stuff are like $11.99 except for the Darth Vader in his meditation chamber. That's like, I think he was going for 19 bucks. But this is all from GameStop, by the way, except for this one and this one. I had to get these online. But the other ones are definitely from GameStop because they had like the 20% off on all Pop collectors. So I ended up getting those. And this one is the non-shiny Yoda. And it is a Walmart exclusive, so therefore I had to get one because you'll never know. What if their price starts to rise up? Then I have a, you know, pretty cool collection that I can sell or my children can sell someday. Who knows? And then, guys, if you guys are a big fan of Star Wars and you've already played the game, the new Star Wars that came out, which is what was that? The Last Jedi. And not Last Jedi, I'm sorry, Fallen Order. I'm talking about the movie, talking about the game Fallen Order, which features Cal Kestis is apparently the last Jedi to escape the Academy after Order 66. Anyway, I also picked up the second sister. The Force is strong with the second sister. But yeah, got her too. And this one right here is C3PO. Got this one from GameStop as well, from their little ad, which was 20% off on everything. So I went to go ahead and get C3PO. Now I'm looking for R2-D2. But I also purchased these two things, which I will show you right now. This one is this one is the very first one that came out, which is a Diablo it's not a bobblehead, it's a vinyl figure of Tyrael from Diablo, the Diablo series. If you guys play Diablo on PC, it also came out for the Xbox One and Xbox 360, the Diablo 3 game. The only Diablo that didn't really come out in any kind of system was Diablo 2, which is, I'm kind of surprised, because Diablo 1 came out on the PlayStation system way back in the early 90s or late 90s, and then Diablo 2 came out and it was just on PC, and then Diablo 3 came out and it's all on the different platforms. I mean, it's on the Switch, it's on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So I'm surprised that it didn't come out, Diablo 2 didn't come out for the other systems. Alright, so next one, this one's one of my favorites, and this is the multicolored Boba Fett. He looks so cool and tiny, and with a really nice cool looking color. It looks awesome. Yep. And yeah, that is all of the little tiny pop collection so far that I have bought. And to make matters worse, I actually picked this one up. It is a 19-inch Batman pop, and yeah, it's so heavy trying to carry this thing from the store to my car, but yeah, there you go. That is a 18-inch Batman pop that I wanted to show to you guys that I picked up. So yeah, that's about it. Oh wait, one more thing. Dropped it on the floor. Now this one is the biggest, most baddest Black Series figure that I have picked up, and that is this Yoda Black Series. And it's actually the baby Yoda from the Mandalorian, and I got this one for free from GameStop, so shout out to GameStop for giving me a free Black Series Yoda. Anyway guys, that is all the pickups for the month of June 2020. I finally stopped picking stuff up for the month of June. We will continue this in July, so guys, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate all of you guys watching this video. I know it's so long, I talk too much, and I picked up way too many items, but thank you so much nonetheless, because you guys are here to view and watch the stuff that I've gotten. And we've finally gotten into the conclusion with the giveaway that I was having, and I finally got in contact with Elon Hub, who has won the Nintendo Switch, and I have finally shipped that to him. He actually resides in Mexico, so hopefully that arrives pretty soon to you, Elon, and thank you again for participating, and congratulations to you for winning that giveaway. And guys, to all my subscribers, don't be sad, because there is more. I'm actually planning another one, and I will tell you guys that plan that I have in the next video, and make sure you have your notification buttons on so you guys don't miss that. And also, thank you so much. Thank you for making my birthday very special, and you guys participating in all of the comments and all of the talks that we, even those little talks that I have in the comment section. You guys are wonderful people. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you guys continue to support me in the future. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys are new here in the channel and you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That definitely supports me and gives me a lot of love, knowing that it's coming from all of you. And until then guys, thank you so much for watching. See ya.